trial has wrapped up for the day, and the testimony from this Tarasoff that was on the stand this afternoon um, did not help Donald Trump at all. It painted him in a very bad light. Now, what did she say? Well, she was an account payables person. What she would do is she would get an invoice, and then she would cut the check to pay that invoice. Well, she testified that after 2015, it was company policy that anything over $10,000 had to be signed off on by Donald Trump. And how he would do this is by physically signing the check. She said she would cut the check, and if Donald Trump wanted to pay it, he would sign it. If he didn't agree with paying it, he'd write void on the check and send it back to her. Now, she said she wasn't in any of the meetings about this Michael Cohen money. All she knew was she would get the invoice, she would cut the check, send it to Donald, Donald would sign it and send it back. And how she knew he signed it was he had always used a black sharpie. You might remember when he was president, he famously signed all of his bills into laws using a black sharpie. He did not do the traditional thing that most presidents do, which is to sign it in blue or black ink, and they would, use 30 different pens to sign their name and very carefully write it out so they could give away commemorative pens. No, Donald Trump just would grab his Sharpie and sign it in one go. You also might remember he liked his black Sharpie when he tried to redraw the path of the hurricane to fit what he had said about it hitting Alabama when it was only ever headed toward Florida. So black Sharpie is very much on brand for Donald Trump. But that is also not a good thing for him in this case, because her saying that he would sign all of the checks he wanted to pay in black Sharpie, if the jury remembers that about Donald Trump, that is going to look very bad for him, because that is a signature thing of his. It's not like he had a rubber stamp that he can say, well, somebody grabbed my rubber stamp and just signed my name, or it was a digital signature where they had to just click a couple buttons. The fact that he physically signed these checks means he approved the payment. So that is not a good thing for Donald Trump. And I have not heard who's going to be on the stand tomorrow. She is done testifying. There will be somebody new testifying tomorrow.